Hey guys, today I did another hair tutorial, and this one is inspired by a picture that I saw of Carrie Underwood where she had this really pretty kind of like side ponytail updo type thing. I wouldn't really call it a ponytail. You know what my hair looks like. It's not super long, and anytime that I pull my hair into a side ponytail, it's literally like this long. And so if I curled it, it would be like, you know, and you wouldn't be able to see it. So the way that I did really kind of creates the illusion of more length, because you can see that I kind of stacked it up in different sections. So all that I used is the Hot Tools ceramic 1-inch curling iron. This is the, ceramic tourmaline curling iron. You can find these at beautychoice.com. If you have longer hair, if you whatever, and you want a different size, they have all different sizes of these. The best part is that they created another little special deal for my viewers, where if you enter the promotional code in the sidebar and you purchase any of these ceramic curling irons, you get a bottle of the BioSilk Silk Therapy for free, which is really good stuff. So definitely check that out. Like I said, this is pretty easy. All you need is that. You need definitely some heat protectant spray. This is the Chi 44 Iron Guard, which can be found there as well. And get a ton of bobby pins, just the regular kind. Also, you definitely need some of the larger kind. You can see how much bigger that is. These larger bobby pins are a must if you are going to create any kind of updo that's going to actually last over an hour. I'm also going to show you how I did my little bump without a bump it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you haven't seen part 1 with the makeup from this look, which is kind of Carrie Underwood inspired as well, go check that out too. And keep watching if you want to see how to do this. Okay, so before we get started, you can kind of see that, kind of had my hair pulled halfway back, but it doesn't really need to be like that. For my bangs, I just kind of pinned them straight back, just to kind of give them some lift. Alright, so before we get started, I want you to see that when I do kind of take my hair into a side ponytail, like, there's really not much to work with there. You can kind of see. So I'm just going to kind of show you that even though you have shorter hair, you can still do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of create that little bump that she's got back here. And what I want to do first is just kind of gather a little bit of hair, and you can take a teasing comb. I don't really have one. I don't use one. I just use a brush like this and just kind of muss up the roots a little bit back there, right underneath it. And then you see that you've got this like rat nest going back there. Alright, so first I'm going to take the top half of my hair just like this, and take any kind of clip and just clip it off to separate it. Alright, then take whatever's left up under here, then you can start curling. And I'm just going to kind of work in half sections, starting with the back so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, first let me tell you, when you are curling hair, you never want to start at the bottom, clamp, and roll it up, because then you're not only going to frow out your ends, but you're not going to have any volume or any curl up here. So what you want to do, I'll start with a piece closer up so you can see. So you want to clamp the curling iron close to the roots, give it a little turn, as far as it'll go without touching yourself, and then kind of hit the little lever and ease it back. Another piece of my hair got caught on the little thing, but you get the idea. See, there it is. And then when you take it down, you should have a really nice curl. See how it kind of curled the entire length of your hair. Alright, so I'm just going to go all the way around the bottom and do that. So you take a piece about this big, and yes, it is going to take some time, but if you have naturally curly hair, then you pretty much lucked out with this, because you can kind of create that little PC effect and not have to go through all this. Alright, so you can kind of see that. Alright, now I'm going to go all the way around on the lower half, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Alright, now I'm going to separate this top part into a tool and kind of clip off each section. Separate it one more time into half. Pin up this front section and start curling this again. Now, as far as curling it inward or outward, how I always say curl away from your face, the closer end that you get, it really doesn't matter with this. You just want to, it really doesn't matter, like I was saying, my camera cut off, just because you are going to put it back. You know, it's going to be kind of like an updo. But when I do get to my face, I always do it outwards like that. Okay, and then just kind of give it a light spray. You don't want to start messing with it while it's warm. You want to leave time for the hair. Again, working in as small sections as you can. Like getting a headache from cutting my eyes, so it's such an angle, if that makes any sense. Alright, then for this last piece, I'm just going to curl it. Even though I do have a little bit of my bangs mixed into there, I'm just going to curl it because at the very end we're going to, or not at the very end, but after I get my hair put up, we're going to touch up all those little pieces. So just spray it. You don't want to use a hairspray that's too stiff, because then when you start working with it and pulling it sideways, you don't want the hair to be like dragging, and yeah, it's bad news. Okay. I'm going to do this side the same exact way, and then when my whole head is curled, I'm going to come back and show you how to actually put it on. Alright, so now that everything is curled, you can kind of see I've kind of run through it a little bit with my fingers. And that's okay, because it's not supposed to be perfect. Just because we're going to put it back, so it's not really going to matter anyways. You're going to want to take this little section right here. Obviously, if you've parted your hair more toward one side, you want to take the side on the smallest side, I guess. And just clip it. I'm just using one of these little plastic clips just so that this doesn't get mixed up in the style, like, you know, taking it back and stuff. Alright, so I'm just kind of taking my fingers and shaking it out, kind of trying to work it back so that I can easily start trying to get it back. Alright, so this isn't going to be a ponytail. I'm not just going to reach it back like that because I want it to look like I've got a lot of hair. So I'm going to try to move it toward the side of the ponytail. It's going to be right here, right? Take a little bit, section about like that, and secure it back here. Take one of your larger bobby pins. Ow. Okay, you can totally not bite these. That's not good. You do it on the edge of the table or something. And I'm going to secure it. Alright, we've got a little bump, and that's okay. Now that we've got that up, we're going to start taking this side. Take whatever is left above your ear, and just grab it in a chunk, and work it over to the side. Now with this, you can probably use a smaller bobby pin, but if you feel more comfortable using a larger one, if you've got thicker hair, definitely, then use a larger one. You really want to get it close to your scalp. You really want it to feel secure. And if it doesn't, add another one. I'm going to add another one just to be safe. Alright, then the section back here, just grab it. You don't have to be precise or anything. You just want to kind of feel. And I'll just show you the back of it. I'm going to twist it up like this. Just like I don't know, like you're twisting your hair up or something. Take another pin and secure that into place. Okay, now whatever's left over here, that should come right over. Just like that. Alright, now I kind of don't want this that I pinned up before to get lost. I don't want, to grab it or anything. I want that to stick out. So be kind of careful when you're trying to separate these pieces so that you don't end up pinning this down, because that's going to kind of create the illusion of longer hair. And if it makes you feel better about your bangs, my bangs are like really kind of getting long and I don't want them to get mixed up. You can just kind of clip another one of those small clips in it just to kind of weigh it down so that it stays over there. This is looking so great. Alright, next, grab this little section. Just, I mean, you don't even have to be precise about it. You should have this big old chunk of hair left right above your ears. Just grab it. Just grab like about, I don't know, you can kind of see. I still have this under here though, so I have the same amount under here. About the same amount that you grabbed to pin back over here. And then I'm going to kind of twist it back. And twist just as little as you can because you still want a lot to be hanging down. For this I'm going to take a larger pin. Again, don't use your teeth. I know that's a bad habit. It's okay for the smaller ones, but those bigger ones are tough. And pin it right into place. Alright, now for whatever's left under here, you should have this whole bottom section. You're going to bring it around, and you want it to be pretty close to that other piece. And take a clear, one of those rubber band thingies, you know, and put it into place. I don't have one, so I'm using one of these brown ones. But you can buy those clear ones pretty much anywhere. Those look so much better, and they hold really well too. So then now you've got your little ponytail. Obviously mine is not as like flowy as hers, but you really want it all to look like one piece. So what you're going to do to hide the little rubber band, honestly if you use one of those clear ones you shouldn't have an issue anyways. You just want to take one of these large, you know, things, stick it straight through the center of where you put the ponytail, straight into the center of the ponytail, and pin it kind of upward. And it'll keep it secure. It'll make that ponytail not fall out. And you can see that I've got my little curls up here. If you really want the curls to be a little more piecey, which I do, you can go back with your curling iron and kind of touch things up. Okay, now that we have touched up, I have sprayed it. This piece down here that's part of the ponytail, you're going to notice, especially if you have shorter hair, that it's not going to get quite as piecey looking as these other pieces. But that's okay because it kind of looks longer if it is not as curled. You know what I mean? Because when you curl your hair, it kind of shrinks up. That's going to create the illusion of more length. Okay, so for these crazy, crazy bangs, take them down. And you're probably going to have some crimping issues like I do. This piece right here, you could have unclipped that a long time ago. So you can actually take the curling iron. You can turn the heat down a little lower if you want for this. I did just because my bangs are kind of thin. And for this you don't really want you don't want it to really set or curl so much as you just want it to kind of create a nice curve. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip the curling iron backwards to where the clamp is facing the mirror or whatever you're doing. And the second you clamp it down, you're going to start moving because you don't want to have any crimps. And just kind of curl it backwards. And that way when you take it down, you're going to have some movement. You can kind of see that I've created like a little swoop without creating like a full-on curl. Alright, so that's it. I'm excited because I like this. I'm so like the type of person that when I do my hair or when I have it done, I like it to look natural. I like it to look like it's something that I've done and not something that is super plastered with hairspray and you know what I mean. So I'm excited about this. I like it. It's something that you can wear anywhere. I know I didn't do any prom looks and I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart, but hopefully if some of you haven't been to prom yet, I think that most of you probably already have, but if not, this whole combo, the makeup, the hair, is awesome for that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.